Okay, there we are. And we're live. So, I know that's probably a little bit of an odd angle for everybody. um, let's see if I can adjust this camera just a little bit. I'll have to probably move back my laptop a little bit. So, if you're new to my channel, I'm Adrian. Um, Thank you so much for coming in. If you're not new to my channel, welcome back. And hello to all of my lurkers and all of my replay watchers. Um, yeah. So, happy Sunday. Today I am just working on Dad's retirement blanket. This is not the right side. When I flip it around, this is actually the wrong side. But when I flip it over after this row, I'll show you what it looks like on the right side. Because it's actually backwards when it's on the wrong side. Let me see. I just got a text message. I'm sorry, guys. There that is. So anyways, this is a corner to corner. Hey Kimber. Thank you. I need to go get them filled. But this is only the second time I've ever had acrylic nails, and I like them. I think next time I'll shoot for more of a pointed shape. But I do like them. And I got that cat eye paint job or whatever. I seen they had that. It was pretty cool. My mom's never had the cat eye paint job, and she got hers in red. I think next time I want to do more of a pointed shape, and then I think I would like them to do like the base coat in a bright lime green color, and then do the purple cat eye over the top, because I love green and I love purple. Hey Zach. But so today I am working on my dad's retirement blanket. It is a corner to corner blanket that I designed using stitch fiddle. Oh, you're rocking the silver cat eye. Cool. So this is technically my own design. I just used a website called Stitch Fiddle to design the pattern. Dad, initially I thought he was going to be retiring in August, but I think he's going to end up retiring in April, which only gives me about 3 months to really buckle down hard on this blanket. I am on row 56, and I think there's 458 rows total. So, yeah. I have a lot to do. Plus, I'd really like to get at least like a single crochet border around the edge. Yeah. I don't know. Like right now, it doesn't look like a whole lot. It is only 3 colors. It's actually the company that he works for, Holt Caterpillar. Um, it's actually one of their logos. Um, they've got one that says Holt, and then they've got one that says Cat, and I'm doing the one that just says Cat, and it's got like a yellow or gold this color uh triangle underneath. um and I'm only using a 2-weight yarn for this particular project. I knew this blanket was going to be big. I feel like most corner to corner blankets turn out pretty big. um so I opted for Hirschner's Afghan yarn, which is a weight 2, and a 4 millimeter hook, thinking that it would, kind of size it down. Like I've seen people make corner to corner blankets that were maybe 100, 200 rows, and they come out like 6 feet long because like they're huge. They're huge blankets because they use a 5 millimeter hook or a 5.5 millimeter hook and worsted weight yarn. So I didn't want it to be too big, especially considering mine is over 400 rows, and it's already getting pretty big. At first, like it was working up pretty fast, but with each row, you get one more square that you have to work. So it's starting to slow down. Started to take me a little bit longer to get through the rows. But I'm definitely, at least until, well, I mean, for the foreseeable future, I'm definitely going to be designating a couple hours each Sunday to just working on this blanket, and then wherever I can fit more time in. I am currently working, like I've been crocheting like nonstop for the last 2 months. Um, the other night I hurt my hand. Uh, I'm not really sure exactly what I did to myself, but I was working on this little unicorn that is actually for an Etsy order. It's my last order from Christmas, and I was sewing the head on, and I felt like this really sharp stabbing pain right here in my hand, and Benjamin and I could watch as it swelled up from here all the way across, and it just turned purple. It didn't hurt after that sharp pain. But it swelled up and it turned purple all the way across. And we iced it down. I took some aspirin. And then by the next morning, the purple was gone and the swelling was gone. But now, ever since, it's been sore right in here and underneath, right in this area. I think it's just a lot. I've just been doing like a lot of crochet, but I had so many orders for Christmas that I had to get out. Um, and then I had 2 that were ordered during Christmas, but those individuals knew that they weren't going to be finished before Christmas. Um, and then I also had 3 commissions locally from one person, and then another 2 commissions from another person that was local. So like the last 2 months, I mean, it's just been a nonstop thing. Like if I'm not sleeping, I'm crocheting pretty much. Um, you know, every now and then, like Benjamin keeps telling me I need to take a break. My friend Danielle comes over and she's like, "Come on, you're gonna leave the bedroom for a little bit." Um, she and her husband took me out to eat last night to get me out of the house and away from the yarn for a little bit. um, you know, So while I might not be taking care of my wrists and hands very well, there are people that are looking out for my hands and wrists that are like, yo, you should like take a break. Benjamin is always complaining that I should take a break. I was even crocheting at on Christmas. My mom was like, you are supposed to be spending time with family. I know I'm spending time with family. I can talk and crochet at the same time. Oh, I'm on Top Chat for some reason. I don't know why I'm on Top Chat. So I do plan on uh giving away some super chat or some super chats, some memberships. Um and then if we can meet our goal, I am going to set up a goal, and if we can meet our goal, then I'll give away the other 5 memberships. Otherwise, I will wait till uh, further in the month. It'll probably be like the last live of the month that I give the other 5 away. I already have a poll started, silly. But I don't really have any plans as far as how long I'm gonna be on. I'm just kind of sitting here. I mean, I'm crocheting. I'm sitting in this chair crocheting anyways, so I might as well be live and chat with you guys. So, I mean, it could be a short time, it could be a long time. I don't know. Hey, Robert. I need a good hand massage. You know, Mom took me when I got my nails done. Mom also got me a pedicure, and I just got the same thing that my mom got, which included like a calf massage. I think it was supposed to be a calf massage. I'm not sure. I just know it was painful. It was very painful on the top of my shin. I wish she would have spent more time rubbing my calf than the top of my shin, because the top of my shin was quite painful. Hey, look, it's Danielle. Hi, Chris. Thank you. I know, like, everybody seems to really like the nails. I'm gonna have to go get them filled, and I'm probably gonna change the color. And I think I'm gonna change the shape as well. I think I'm gonna go for a pointier look. I think like the pointy ones, like what Mishi has. She's the only one I can think of that's got her nails done off the top of my head. Um, but she's got the pointed ones, and I was watching her live stream. Uh, I don't know, a couple of days ago, and I was thinking, that might be easier to crochet with because your nails are not as broad. I know, especially with amigurumi. Um, since I've had these on, sometimes the amigurumi is a little bit difficult for me to do, just because the stitches are tighter. So I was thinking of trying a different shape. Fa la la la. Hey, did you ever get a new AC unit, Danielle? I don't know if Dad's made it over there or not. Pointed might be okay, but why change the color? They are witchy beautiful. Well, I was actually thinking that I could do, because I love purple. But I was actually thinking of, instead of doing like the black undertone, doing like a kiwi green, like like the bright kind of lime green color, and then doing the same purple cat eye. Um, I don't know. I thought that it would kind of represent the channel a little bit. Oh, he hasn't made it over there yet. I know he went to go find one, but he was having trouble finding one. I don't know where he went, but when I talked to him on the phone, he was having trouble finding an AC unit for you. I don't know. I'm sure he'll call you and let you know what's up. Okay, so that's row 56. See what I mean? Like there's 18 pages of this pattern. Yeah, see that's what I was thinking. I feel like they're very wide. Um so I'm going to see if they can shape them to more of a point. She did make them very square, and like I said, I need a fill. It's that time, so but I like the paint job. Zach says, I'm just gonna leave you running. I'm feeling off today and needing my oxygen. I'm sorry, Zach. I hope you feel better, hun. Or at least tapered more. Would yeah, something a little more tapered. I because when I'm doing the amigurumi, it's this finger. I tend to rub this finger and this nail, and or I'll hold it with this nail. I don't know. I don't know. I just need to change it up. Yes, we hear you, sir. Everybody hears you. 4, 5. But other than working on Dad's blanket, I'm really not doing a whole lot today. Um, like I said, I worked on the unicorn for a little while. Uh, this morning, I worked on that a little bit this morning. I just have the mane and the tail, and then I got to do some embroidery on it. There's also some holly berries that I have to make, but those are all real quick things. It won't take very long to do those. I know it looks like a tangled mess, right? I know. So it actually goes this way, and this is actually the right side. And this right here is the bottom of the T, and that's the just the barely the start of the triangle, and it cuts into the T, a little bit into the A, and then a little bit in the C. The triangle is like centered underneath. For those of y'all that don't know what the cat logo looks like, I don't know if everybody knows what that looks like. And I have not started weaving in ends, but I don't really have too many, to be honest, because instead of like cutting my yarn, I've just been adding a full skein every time I get to a point where I need to change color. I just add another skein of yarn. And it's gonna be wider than it is tall, probably. But I don't think my dad will mind that. uh I'm fixing to have to add another ball of this white right here. What are you doing, Kiwi? Uh, yeah. What are you doing? Oh, you're eating pasta. So I had Swedish meatballs for lunch, and I gave him some pasta. He's finally eating it now. Like one of those Marie Calendar type frozen Swedish meatball type things. He's just now going over there to eat the pasta. Apparently he likes cold pasta. What is everybody else up to today? Kiwi's eating pasta. Because that bird has to have at least a little bit of everything that I eat. Not too much waking up. Probably it's 2 o'clock. Benjamin's probably laying down to take a nap right now. But he was up this morning and did some chores and helped me out and all of that good stuff. So, but then again, there's people that are super motivated, like my dad. Like, he made the comment this morning, and okay, I've done everything I wanted to do today, and it was 9 o'clock in the morning. I was like, are you serious right now? Like, and then, like, him and Benjamin, we have one of those stupid robot vacuum cleaners. That was, I'm beginning to think, a waste of money. We got it like 2 years ago for Christmas for my dad. And probably the last 6 months at least, it hasn't worked. It kept saying the LiDAR sensor was blocked. Well, we finally decided I did some research this morning because my dad told me to box it up and either donate it or give it to my mom or do something with it because he don't like it. Exactly washing clothes at 6 a.m. But he tells me to box this robot vacuum up, do something with it. He don't like it. He's never liked it since the day we brought it home for him. And the only person that ever really uses it is Benjamin, and still Benjamin has to sweep the floors before he can use it because we have dogs. Well, I did some research on what this whole LiDAR sensor issue was. Apparently, it's a common issue, particularly with people who have animals. And so the two of them get to tearing it apart to try to fix it. And they cleaned it all out, and I don't see why it wouldn't be working. But once we tried it, it still says that the LiDAR sensor is blocked. Benjamin tore it apart 2 more times by himself. Still can't figure out why it's saying that. And Benjamin finally got so frustrated that he gave up. I had called him in here for help with something earlier, and he was like, if it has anything to do with that vacuum, the answer is no. So I don't know. Well, exactly. You were at the laundromat at 6 a.m. Oh, Kiwi, hush your face. You've been quiet mostly all day. I swear, when I go live, he must think that I'm talking to him. Um, I tried to get him to go out on the balcony earlier, but I guess he felt like it was too cold because he wasn't having none of that. This upcoming week, I have a neurology appointment. Then gave myself a contact high from the bleach I used to clean the pantry. I know, I know. You're supposed to use that in a well ventilated area. Um, I guess there's not really any windows that you can open in your kitchen, really. Um, I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, Kiwi. That's what it was. He's quiet until I go try to be live. It needed to be done, and that's what Mama said to do. My dad said he's gonna set those great big rat traps that I bought like months ago. Don't you poo on my table, you little. At least he didn't poo on the yarn. That would have made me really mad. Y'all wouldn't believe how many baby wipes I go through in a month's time. Just peanut skins. Oh yeah, yeah. I have a neurology appointment on Wednesday coming up, and then I need to get Cash an appointment. LiDAR sensor is the laser it uses for ranging. If it has a window cover on it, it might need to be cleaned so it can shoot and receive the signal back, or dust needs to be blown out. We use the shop vac to suck everything out of there. And then I had Benjamin clean the lens with a kitchen towel because I told him just be real gentle. Um, the only other thing I can think of is maybe where it receives it, because I don't know if it's where it receives it or not, but there was another thing in that general area, and I thought that maybe we should try to clean that too, but I also didn't want to break it because my mom still wants it. Um, that kind of thing. If it's not straight up faulty. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's the brand is Wise W. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. I got the app on my phone. Uh, WYZE. I don't know. I think it's like an off-brand Roomba. But yeah, so this upcoming week I have my neurology appointment. I need to get Cash an appointment to get his rabies shots, Cash and Credit technically. Um, they both need their rabies shots so that they can go to the groomer because um, rumor has it that their groomer is going well, their groomer is moving to Australia. I don't know if it's true or not. That's just what Casey told me because I guess Casey goes to school with the groomer's son. Hey Lori, I am working hard so I won't be chatty. That's okay. I appreciate you coming in though. Um, I don't know if it's I don't know if they're actually moving there or if maybe it's just a vacation. This seems like a really big move to just pick up and move literally all the way to the other side of the world. But my dad wants to get, especially Cash, into the groomers before she leaves. Yes, ma'am, it is a corner to corner. It's my dad's retirement blanket. I'm only on row 57. Um, but yeah, it just seems like that's a really big move to move all the way literally to the other side of the world. Um, but that's what Casey said was happening. So I guess I come tomorrow. I'm gonna be calling to try to get Cash and Credit there an appointment for their rabies shots. I'm sure they're probably behind. I know Credit definitely for sure is because she didn't go to the groomer the last time that Cash went. But Cash definitely has to go to the groomer because he gets matted. He's got that, like, he sheds in clumps. Credit sheds these like super fine baby hairs everywhere. But she's husky and he's Australian Shepherd, so. And how is Mr. Camo doing? I know you said he got his drain tubes out. Is he's getting around better today? I'm sure he's happy to have those things out of his neck. So, for those of y'all that don't already know, I have mentioned Camo at least once or twice on the channel. Camo is Danielle's elderly pooch. Um, and he got injured and it turned into an infection. They had to remove some skin and he had some drain tubes. He was not feeling too great. Um, and for those of y'all that don't know, Danielle is a good friend of mine. She takes me back and forth to the farmer's market. She makes me leave my house. She takes care of me in a lot of ways. That she really doesn't have to. Um, she has not appeared much on my channel. Every now and then you might see her in a farmer's market video, but she hasn't really been on there much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Switch to black. I keep thinking I'm going to run out of this, and it just keeps going and going. So I have so many corner to corner blankets started and not finished. I have like 3 or 4 of them that are started and I never finished. They're just sitting, all of them, in the same box on the top shelf out in the hallway. But I'm really liking this Hirschner's yarn for corner to corner blankets. Actually, um, I don't know. I just really like this yarn. Um, I have in the past not been a huge Hirschner's fan. It was just kind of, a place to buy yarn. But, in my last order or two, I have really checked out some of their yarns and I like a lot of their yarns. Sorry. That tab has been muted 3 different times. There it goes. um Sorry guys. Um it's about my medications. Oh, I know that I think Granny D is live right now too. I had heard, I think Zach's the one that mentioned it, that Granny D had changed her live schedule. I think a lot of people did that after the first or towards the end of 2025. I mean, I did. Usually, I always try to go live on Thursdays no matter what, but I just decided that on Thursdays I'll go live at my usual time, but only if I have a guest to go live with me. Um, Last week I actually canceled on Lori. Um, but we are rescheduled for this upcoming Thursday. What day is that? I didn't know you left. I thought you were just like not talking to me. Um, but yeah, I actually rescheduled with Lori this last Thursday, and I believe we are rescheduled for the 15th, so this week. Um, and then I'm trying to do these little live streams where I just kind of, I mean, I'm crocheting anyways, so why not do it live and hang out with people too? Camel was having an issue. What do you mean he was having an issue? I was just talking about Camo. Was his issue not being able to get up in a chair? Yeah. He needed help getting in the chair. considering how many times I had to reschedule on you seemed right. Yeah, but Lori, you weren't feeling very well. I just didn't want to mess with YouTube because it was annoying me. That's why I was just like, don't even worry about it. I'm good. Like I don't know. It was irritating me. Zach just woke up at 2. Sometimes, when you oversleep, what do they call that? Lethargia? I think that's what my mom called it. You oversleep or you get too much sleep and then all you want to do is sleep. Yeah. Well, we'll be live Thursday as far as I know. I mean, that's what I have scheduled. And I don't have anything that should be, as far as I know, there's nothing standing in the way of that. To be honest, I'm a little bit surprised. Hello, Kiwi. I'm a little bit surprised that my internet hasn't cut out. It was cutting in and out earlier, and every time it would cut out, I would have to disconnect completely and then reconnect, and it's been doing that a lot. My brother went and got what is supposed to be a faster router, and we have this house plus we have the apartment that's literally like 10 feet away. My brother has the router in the apartment, um and gotta wait 4 weeks for results on the sleep test. Did I miss it last night? I was out with Danielle last night. It's her fault. um but he went and got what is supposed to be a faster router, and ever since, like, sometimes the internet just cuts off randomly, and I don't know why that is. He said it's supposed to have like faster data output. um I don't know, because I don't know how routers work. I just know it seems like the old one didn't kick me offline as much. That's a Ben question. Benjamin might know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he knows about routers or not. I know he knows a lot about software and programming, and I don't know why he just doesn't go to school to do that stuff. Um, but I don't know if he really knows that much about hardware. They did say that then they do a sleep test where I wear the CPAP and need to wait 4 weeks, and the doctor will order me off that test. Um, is a Wi-Fi extender the same thing that Zachary calls a Wi-Fi booster? I don't know. Zachary said something about a Wi-Fi booster. Um, but when I told him, like, on my computer, like right now, it shows 5. It says I've got 5 bars. Um, and like I said, the router is actually next door in the little apartment, and this whole house runs that way. We just, I don't know why they didn't just put it. I don't know why they didn't put the router and stuff at my dad's house, but. you know. That's what I'm saying, cuz like I was really starting to worry before I hit the live button because it was cutting out quite a bit. And I'm really surprised it's not misbehaving. I say that and then it's going to hurt and it's going to start doing that and I don't know why. Yeah. Knock on wood that it doesn't. I got 15 million things going through my head right now, guys. And probably just as many projects that I feel like I have to finish, like yesterday. Nightbot says, please give a thumbs up. And it's my live schedule there. I don't know. I think I really didn't do too much this week either. Just as a whole, I really don't think I did a whole lot. I did get one stitch tutorial finished and uploaded. So that one's scheduled out. I don't know. I put a lot of pressure on myself to finish my crochet projects. It never seems to me like I finish them quickly enough. Kiwi agrees with Nightbot. See, I would not mind designing I know. I called her at like 8:30 in the morning. I think it was it yesterday? Danielle, what's in the totes? Zach said, but what if I want to go or to give Adrian a thumbs down, Nightbot? You can't stop. LOL, but I gave a thumbs up. Don't worry. Clothes, kitchen stuff. I think some military stuff too. If you're talking about the totes that are usually in her car, that's all farmers market stuff. Because I just be leaving stuff in her car. I don't even bother to take my stuff out of her car anymore. We haven't done the farmers market though in several weeks. I don't have anything made up to sell right now, really. Yeah, so as soon as I'm done with the unicorn, I'm going to start making up some farmers market stuff. I need to go back by to reapply for that. Oh, the farmers market we have to reapply? I know, like, I only ever got the email. Oh, it's because we have to apply once a year. Okay, that makes sense. I only got the confirmation email like once, maybe twice. It's the Grange Farmers Market on Saturdays between is it 8 and noon? I think. I think it's 8 and noon. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 20. Square number 20. And then I need a total of 21. I didn't know you sold stuff there. Yeah, so when I quit working at Scream Hollow, um, well, Danielle offered to start taking me to the farmer's market, and I took her up on it. And yeah, I mean, the rest is kind of history. She comes and sees me damn near every day. When you're going to be out there next time, and I'll come on out. Okay. Yeah, she comes and picks me up, takes me to go get groceries, all kinds of stuff. Really, I think it's just because she's bored. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 for sure. And then we need white. I am not your only friend. You've sold quite a bit out there the last few months. We did. We sold a lot. Um, just doing the farmers market. We've done pretty well out there. And I am not the greatest salesperson. In fact, I don't sell my stuff. My stuff sells itself, or Danielle sells it, because I'm not trying to talk to people. When we're at the farmers market, I pretty much sit there and crochet, and I don't really talk to people. I don't engage with people. um I don't know why. I just don't like talking to people. And Danielle is a very good sales lady. She called one lady over to the farmer's market or one lady over to our booth by screaming, "Hey, trailer lady." And it worked. And I'm pretty sure that she bought, I don't remember what it was that she bought, but I'm almost certain she bought something. I want to say that it was some ear warmers, I think. But yeah, she really did holler at some. I don't know who this woman is, but apparently she owns a tractor company out here or something. And Danielle knew who she was, and she was like, "Hey, trailer lady." It has given you a chance to open up on what to make and stuff. Yeah, that's true. It's given me an opportunity to go back to making stuff outside of Halloween stuff. It's given me a little bit of freedom. Now I still have to try to remember what sells and what doesn't sell. Um, which really at the farmers market, what seems to sell and what doesn't seem to sell is amigurumi. And people like the Chanel yarn. Um, but like I can make whatever stuffed animals or whatever amigurumi I want, and it's not a big deal. A pig, a cow, and some ear warmers is what she bought. She owns Paul's Towing and R&D Truck Accessories. Yeah, and jellyfish. I sell a lot of jellyfish. That pattern by One Dog Wolf there's a jellyfish pattern by One Dog Wolf, and everybody loves that jellyfish pattern. I do plan on taking the fruit bunnies out there, but I want to make one of every color before I do that, just because I want a picture of all of the fruit bunnies together. Which eventually I will finish the tutorial for how I modified that pattern. Um, just like eventually I'll finish the tipped shells long sleeve uh, top pattern that I've been trying to finish for like 2 years. Hoping that glow in the dark yarn helps sell some animals. I like that the idea of using it for marine animals. There is a pattern by Complicated Knots. I think it's by Complicated Knots, and it is an anglerfish. I've seen a couple different patterns for anglerfish, but I think it's Complicated Knots that I seen had one. Um, and that would be cool, I think, to do an anglerfish in the glow in the dark. Um, you know, the jellyfishes and all of that. I want to do a red panda, mostly because I went and I got those tracking things, and then I looked up red panda amigurumi patterns and found a whole bunch of really cute ones. 3. And I found a couple that were like keychain sized ones as well. Um, the one thing about doing the farmer's market regularly, I notice, I watch a lot of market prep videos and a lot of people that sell crochet regularly at markets. And what I notice is a lot of those people make a lot of the same thing. Um, they and most of them are like quick, easy, no sew patterns, which I do understand because it is market prep. You're trying to get as much finished as you possibly can. But what I notice is it's all the same patterns a lot of the time, and like if you have like 3 crocheters, like something I noticed at the farmers market that I go to, there's I think 3 of us that crochet. All 3 of us do the same bumblebee pattern. And I don't care for that. So I kind of want to mix it up and do not just the same quick and easy ones, but also, do other things. Maybe they're a little bit more complicated and it takes a little bit longer to make, but that way there's a bit of variety. Like my booth stands out a little bit compared to everybody else's because everybody else's is doing the same bumblebee pattern, if that makes sense. There's also the whale that I did at one of the markets or at one weekend. Um, that one was another one that I noticed a lot of the other crochet booths had, and it's because it's quick and easy, and I think my ears are playing tricks on me on what you said. Stood out. Oh, booths. Yeah. Um uh, but you do have cardigans and beanies and stuff too. That's true. I do have a lot of the cardigans and I do have beanies. Um you know, uh I just I don't know, as far as because everybody likes that amigurumi. Everybody likes the amigurumi. And that seems to be the bestseller at these markets. I just don't want to fall into a category where I'm making all the same things for my booth as other crocheters are making for theirs, if that makes sense. Um, because I don't know, like I just want variety. What are you making uh, right now? Right now, I'm working on my dad's um, retirement blanket. Sarah, it's nice to see you. How are you doing? I have actually two blankets right now, Danielle. I just the other one is new. I haven't even priced it. It's just a little baby blanket though. Um, that I have a few things ready for the farmers market. It's not very much though. Like I think like two hats and a baby blanket. That's it. um, what's the picture of? What picture? Oh, you're talking about what does it make? It's his company's logo. My dad works for Holt Caterpillar, and it is their logo that it says cat. I'm not very far into it right now. This is actually backwards. It's the wrong side. But I'm only on row 57 of 458, I believe it is. Speaking of which, I'm on row 58, not 57, and I forgot to cross 57 off. Um, I need to start making stuff to add to the booth as well. Sarah said, I'm doing okay. It's just got over food poisoning and my stomach is still all messed up. Here's to hoping they call me this week. Yeah. Um, wow, it's a very long way to go. Um, and if they don't call you back, Danielle, I would just keep putting applications in until they do. They'll get annoyed and be like, okay, and they'll just call you. Kimber, she's talked about learning how to, though. She has talked about learning. I don't know how great a teacher I am, but I mean, I think I could teach her, maybe. I taught Casey to do a single crochet. She could do amigurumi pretty well, actually, when she sets her mind to it. See, my hands just keep getting closer and closer, and y'all are just staring at yarn. uh, Y'all get to see my pretty red nightgown. um, what do you make? I'm sure you sure know how to be a boss. I would like to learn as well, Chris. Um, yeah, Danielle does a really good job as my salesperson though. Like she may not make anything just yet, but she does a really good job of selling stuff because I wouldn't have half of the sales that I've made at the farmers market if it weren't for her going, "Hey, you need a jellyfish. Take this home with you." Sarah says, I gotta go. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Have a great day, everyone. See you later, Sarah. It's a sexy nightgown. It was cold this morning. Like, Texas is, I guess, trying to cool off, if that's what you want to call it. And so I didn't bother to get out of my nightgown. I just put sweatpants underneath and slippers on. There's been quite a few people out at the farmers market that have asked me if I teach crochet. The biggest problem with doing that is I really don't have a space where people can come and learn. Like, I'm not trying to have a bunch of people in my dad's house, not to mention my dogs are not exactly friendly dogs. Um, but uh, a lot of the people that have asked, actually, quite a few of them that have asked about crochet lessons are people whose kids want to learn. And it is not a secret that I don't really care for children. I know that must sound terrible. Um, but children frustrate me a great deal. And I don't like dealing with them. I mean, I have to tolerate my children. Yeah, but you technically you're not a child and you still have common sense. Like, my dad always teases me about how I don't have any common sense, but you know what? I'm not I'm not trying to stick a paperclip in the wall socket either. Benjamin. He did that too. I think he was probably about 2.5, 3 years old, somewhere around in there. Stuck a paperclip in the wall socket. Told him not to do it. He did it anyways. And I was like, well, I mean, you did it. And he got shocked. And then my dad yelled at me because I let him get shocked. you know, I don't handle children very well. Children don't like me. I don't I just don't do very well around them. This is 5 saffron, 5 white. Uh, Shoot, I pretty much just tolerate my children. Yeah, the bar. We stopped at a bar last night, one that I never been to, and I just felt like everybody there was very snooty. Like, we don't want to hang out with you because you're not good enough to hang out with or whatever. I know you grew up in that bar, and I think it's very sad the way that those people treated you. Um, they, some of those people were Danielle's actual family, and they wouldn't even acknowledge her when she tried to say hi. They were very snotty. We aren't in the same social class they are. That's what I'm saying. Like, because Dad asked me what that was about, and I told him, to be honest, I think it's because a lot of those people seem to be old money. And I told him I think part of it is because, yeah, you grew up in an old money family, but you were adopted into that family, and I think that has something to do with it. To be honest, that's just my. I mean, I'm. That's my opinion. I don't know if it's true or not, Danielle, but that was my first thought on it as to why they were ugly to you for no reason. I mean, you didn't do anything other than say hi, and they were just like, "Ugh, don't talk to us, man." It was stupid. That's okay. Mexican food was good, and you don't need those people anyways. I know it hurt your feelings, but you don't need those kind of people in your life. Bunch of rude buttholes. 5 white, 22 black. I wouldn't let it get me down. Screw them. You're the redheaded stepchild. Maybe the next corner to corner I do, I'll make you a blanket with a black sheep on it. The whole situation taught a valuable lesson, though. That's true. And that snooty comment as we were leaving, we left and they were like, "Oh, y'all don't run off now." And yeah, the three of us were like, "Whatever." Like, at least people are supposed to be her family. Um, if that's what your family's like, I feel like you don't need them. You've managed to get this far in life without them. That family isn't always going to be there for you, and family isn't always blood. That's true. That's true. Stop sticking to me, man. So I was thinking about what if I made one of these corner to corner blankets, one of these big ones, and tried to sell it at the farmer's market. But then I was thinking that it probably wouldn't sell because it would be like a $400 blanket and it would be like California king size and it would be huge. And then it would cost even more depending on how many colors it was. Because the one I had in mind to do is like 10 different colors and it's a giant phoenix blanket. Um, but there's so many different colors in it. I don't know that anybody would pay that much for a blanket, especially when they look at my cardigans and go, "Oh my god, they're so beautiful, but I don't want to pay $150 for it." It's 20 hours worth of work and they don't want to do it. How That's how I met Kimber too. Yes, I could do the F bombs. Kimber wasn't working there when I met her. Um, I think she worked there prior to me working there, but I met her at I met her at the Christmas party one year. Um, and then her husband, Adriel, I met him several years ago when I worked at Walmart for only like 3 months. I was a night stalker. And when I got off work, he would sit and wait for me or sit and wait for my ride to pick me up so that I wasn't standing outside uh, Walmart by myself. Yeah, we missed each other. Um, make the F glow in the dark. That's a good idea, actually. Um, I do think the F bombs will go over very well. Um, I don't know if I have any black cotton though. I'll have to see if I have some black cotton. Um, since the glow in the dark yarn is cotton, I'd like to use it only with cotton. Um, just so that the piece has the same texture or feel. Um, he said, "Wow, I was nice." I didn't work at Walmart for very long. It was not very long at all. I'm not even sure it was a full 3 months. I don't think I made it past their like 3 month probationary period because I had called in because I had been having seizures one day. Um, and I think it was like a 3 month probationary period. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But yes, he was very nice, Kimber. And I had heard that HEB was better about especially working with people that have disabilities and things like that, and they were not good at all. Um, it came down to a real shitty management situation, and I think I don't know if it's this particular store here in Lagrange or um, what, because I've only worked for the one HEB, uh, in Lagrange, and it's a smaller HEB, but I don't care for the management at HEB here. Like at least Walmart has the excuse that they're really big, whereas HEB is only in Texas. They're not nearly as big as Walmart. You know, you kind of expect a huge corporation or a huge company like Walmart to treat their employees like shit, but HEB is a little bit smaller and they have a reputation for treating their employees like decently, but that was not my experience, unfortunately. Actually, ironically enough, One of my most positive working experiences was with Hobby Lobby. Um, yeah, my position was only seasonal, which is why I didn't stay on. But I was just working over like the holiday season, um, temporarily. But they were a good place to work for. If I'd have been able to get on like as a full time employee, that would have been really cool. Of course, I would have come home broke every paycheck because they'd have just got all my money in yarn. I'd have just been like, here, pay me in craft supplies. There's a lot of different yarns at Hobby Lobby that I would like, but I also feel like Hobby Lobby is a little bit more expensive. Um, so I really don't have too many yarns from Hobby Lobby. A lot of the yarn bee that I have is stuff that I've picked up at the thrift store actually. Um, that's one thing about Lagrange that I will say. They have an absolute fabulous thrift store here called Second Chance. Um, and everything is donated, and all of the proceeds go to the local churches, and they use it to, fund the animal shelter and different things like that. And like how you see Goodwill, they'll take you know used items and price them at regular retail value. They don't do that. Second Chance doesn't. It's actually a really good place. Like there was one time they went in there, or I was in there, and I emptied the yarn bin completely. And then I passed the aisle, and it was refilled, so I emptied it again. And then a third time it was refilled, and I finally went and found somebody who was working that weekend, and I asked her, what's the deal with the yarn? And she's like, we have a ton of it in the back. And I was like, I'll take all of it. I have $426 right now. I'll take every bit of it if you pull it out from the bag, and I'll just load it into a trash bag. And that's exactly what they did. They just took all the yarn that they had in the bag, and I just paid 126 or something, 146, something like that, um, for all the yarn that they had in the back. Um, like it was cool. It was really cool, but it's all done on a volunteer basis. Um, I don't know. I really like Second Chance though. I think most people do. Ugh, this heating pad has to be turned off because it's getting a bit warm. I know they have something similar in Smithville, but I've never been in that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18. How many do I need? 22. I wanted to go to Second Chance actually this last weekend, or this weekend, because they're only open on Fridays and Saturdays. Um, but mom told me no. I've got the neurology appointment on Wednesday, and mom's going in for surgery on Friday, so. And I lost count again. Damn it. I think that's one. We'll count to be sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I have a corner to corner Minnie Mouse blanket that's half finished. I need to finish that. I bet that would be good to sell at the farmer's market. I can't sell it on Etsy because it's a copyrighted character or whatever. I'm not sure that I don't even know if I'm technically allowed to sell it at the farmer's market. But I also don't think that Disney is going to come after me at my local farmer's market. So, what are you up to today, Kimber? Well, welcome back. You must be really concentrating. No, not really. Especially, this is the last color of this row, so I mean, I don't really have to count too much. I just finished making mushroom and ham omelets. That sounds nice, actually. I don't know how to make an omelet. Sometimes I try to fry an egg, and that turns into scrambled eggs because I don't know how to flip an egg. I'm just not good at the cooking thing. I know enough to I know enough to feed myself for the most part. But like if somebody's looking for something fancy, that's not happening. I got 3 cartons of eggs in my fridge. I did not realize that there was that many freaking eggs in the fridge when I went and bought groceries the other day. You need some eggs, Daniel? This is the same thing that happened with the bread, though. Like, Dad didn't realize that I had already bought bread, and he went and got 2 more loaves, and now we have like 5 loaves of bread. Just takes practice, but yeah, some natural affinity helps. I love to cook. See, that's the thing. I don't even like cooking. I don't like being in the kitchen. It makes me very panicky. For whatever reason, cooking causes me a great deal of anxiety. Um, so I just don't do it unless I have to feed myself. Sometimes I'll do it. I'll try to like have dinner ready for my dad, but part of the reason I don't know how to cook is because I have a lot of anxiety cooking. I don't like it. It makes me very uncomfortable and panicky. How am I going to cook them? What you mean how you going to cook them? I know you don't have a stove, but you have a griddle. You got a griddle for Christmas. You can put your eggs on that. I only know that because there was a picture on the box. Anything and everything, Middle Eastern, Asian, Mexican, I cook it all really. Not much French food though. Um, Too many pans. Mm. My mom cooks really well, but my biological dad, my dad Ken, tells me that when he married my mom, she didn't cook at all. Like she was not a great cook. Hey Bridget, can cook pretty much anything really, and if I don't know it, it's move the mouse. It's easy enough to look up. Um, Nowadays, my mom is a really good cook, and she can cook all kinds of stuff. She's got cookbooks everywheres. Um, she makes killigwin, which is a Guamanian dish. She makes, I don't know what that thing is called. It's got like pounded out chicken and ham and cheese stuffed in it. Um, Cordon bleu. There we go. Um, yeah, my mom makes all kinds of stuff, and she likes to experiment in the kitchen and just like, I don't know. I told her like she should like write some of that down and maybe publish a cookbook, but she doesn't like to write it down. I told her she needed to go on that show Chopped because I think she'd be really good at that. She's really good at, especially when we were kids, and we didn't. I mean, back then we didn't have money like my parents have now, and I can remember being little, and mom would just like throw some stuff together and it would magically taste good. I don't know how she did it, but um she used to make this stuff called Zachary stew that she named after my brother, and it was different every time she made it, but it was always good. And now as adults we know that Zachary stew is really just uh whatever she had in the pantry that would go together was thrown into a pot and seasoned really well because we were living paycheck to paycheck at the time. I wish that mom would go live with me again, but she took that job at that finance company and she's not able to go live with me anymore. But like I said, she's going into surgery on Friday. She's got kidney stones, and I guess they're gonna go in with a claw looking thing and try to just pull them out. Um, I'm pretty sure she'll end up with a stent as well. Uh, yeah. Mom's never had kidney stones before, uh, but they told her that it's probably from taking that medication Topamax. I don't remember what she takes Topamax for. Does anybody know what Topamax is usually for? What you working on today, Bridget? If you're still here. Oh, it's for migraine. That makes sense. That makes 100%. That yeah, that totally makes sense. I've taken Topamax for my migraines as well. I think it was for my migraines. Maybe it was for my seizures. I don't know. It was prescribed by my neurologist, so I took it. And I have kidney stones as well. And my dad Ken took Topamax, and now he's got kidney stones too. I take something else now for my migraines. So I haven't been on Topamax in a long time for anything. I don't remember what it's called though. What I take for yeah. Um, I know that in I think her right kidney she has a 3 millimeter kidney stone, and she has a second one. I don't know how big that one is. And then in the left side, she's got a couple of them, but they can't do both kidneys in the same day, so they're gonna go in on the right side because that's the side that's hurting and take out those. Uh, Now, when I had all my kidney surgeries, I it was my left side that was bothering me, and I had so many kidney stones in my left kidney that they were talking about just completely removing my kidney because it was malformed. Um, but we opted to get them out and see if we could get my kidney properly functioning. It took 3 surgeries and catching sepsis, and an infection, but my left kidney did start functioning again. Um, and I do have some in my right kidney, but because I don't have insurance, uh, they're not going to do anything about it. Um, the only reason they did something about the left side is because it had become life threatening. And apparently that's the only way you can get the ER to do anything is if it's life threatening. That's the only way they'll do surgeries like that. And I mean, until my right kidney starts hurting, I'm not really going to worry about it, you know. Uh, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, insurance really does suck. Um, you know, mom went for my birthday, I think in 2023, went and got me insurance. It was like $450 a month, and it was only like 6 months that they would let her do this for, but she wanted to pay for it all up front. They wouldn't let her pay for it up front, the whole 6 months. And then I did that 7-day EEG, and they only covered like $5,000 for the hospital stay, and it was just no good because the EEG itself for 7 days was like 35,000, $40,000, something like that, which is the same amount that I paid to have my son. Like it was just dumb. Um, and it's funny because I tried to get a follow up after the EEG and they wouldn't do it because I owed such a big balance. But the other day they called and they want a follow up to be able to continue to prescribe my medications. They have to see me at least once a year. So they're actually the ones that reached out to me about this upcoming appointment. But it's funny, like when I tried to make the follow up appointment, they told me no, and yeah, but I still have to pay. I think it's like $176 up front, or they won't see me. Hopefully, that's all it is. That's the quote that they gave me. If it's something more than that, I don't know that I'll be able to swing it because I'm actually borrowing the money from my dad, Ken. Do y'all ever get tired of me talking about my life? It's really not that interesting. It's important. What's important? Oh, yeah, my health. Well, you know, I think everybody's health is important. I just know that some of us, I don't know, the whole health insurance and having it, I can't afford it. Um, you know, and my parents, they help me the best they can, but I don't think that they can afford like a monthly insurance for like private insurance. Because like I said, when mom did it, she ended up paying $450 a month, um, and it was a real inconvenience for them to not let her pay it up front all at once because she had she was going to use, I think it was my dad's military check, or maybe it was his bonus check from work. I don't know. It was some kind of lump sum that she had that she wanted to use all at one time, to pay for it, and they wouldn't let her do it. And of course, if you don't do it then that money's going to get used for other stuff slowly. And so it was just a very big inconvenience for mom. And then for them, for her to be paying $450 a month and them cover one neurology appointment and one hospital stay, it just, I don't know, it made her very angry. And then they still, what do they call it? They, I had to like sign a bunch of paperwork to get them to cover all that stuff. I don't know what they were contesting it or something. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about health insurance and things like that. I don't know much about car insurance or house insurance or whatever. I know that Geico can save you 15% though. The gecko says so. All right, I'm going to finish this square real quick. And then I'm going to go ahead and gift 5 memberships. Do the first 5 for this month. Um, so Helix, Ivy, Ember, Diane, and also Diane all got free memberships. Um, so we still have an hour and a half on our goal, but I don't think we're going to make it because there's not very many people here today. Um, but if we were to hit it, I was gonna give another 5 memberships out, but probably if we don't hit it, I'll give it out. I'll give them out later in the month. I was trying to think of what um, types of things to do for the goals. Maybe you guys can give me some ideas as to what I should do for the goals, um, like when I meet them. Oh, don't turn into a knot. I wish that I could do like the thank you videos and things like that that people do on StreamYard, which I have some that actually Crystal made for me, um, but I can't run them on YouTube, and StreamYard is just too expensive. They only allot 5 hours a month that are free, and I'm not sure if you can do the videos anymore. You have a question. Answer. I have an answer. Do I want to run to Austin with you later? Tonight? Like today? Yeah, we could do that. You asked me like several weeks ago if I would go with you to Austin, but then you couldn't remember why we needed to go to Austin. Um, to a store I probably can't talk about on here. Okay. When are we going? You remember now. LOL. Yeah. I mean, I can run with you. Just, I have to put actual clothing on, and whenever I get done on here. Okay. Well, I mean, technically I can end the stream whenever. Um, what time is it? It's 4 o'clock now. Um, are you still in? Are you still at your house, or are you in town? Are you in Lagrange? Okay. Um, well, I guess, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here for now. Y'all are probably tired of looking at my hands, anyways. Um, but I guess I need to go get dressed because I'm going to Austin. This happened last Sunday too. She was like, "Hey, we're going out to eat. You should come." And I was like, "Okay, food. I gotta go. Deuces." um, but yeah, I will do my very best to be here every Sunday at 2 p.m., guys. Um, and I really appreciate you guys popping in, even if it's only for a few minutes. And I will see you guys Thursday and at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I am gonna be live with Lori. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.